What's crackalackin, folks? Welcome back to Factorio. Welcome back in the Pi factory. And we managed to create a whole 6 construction robots. As we noted, we can't insert into these, so I wonder if I can just drop them. I guess I'll just drop them around here. Can we make roboports? No, this is the only thing we can make, so... do they just stay in the air? Ah, that's weird. Another thing we should automate is the chests. These ones, the storage chests. Steel chest and 3 simple circuit boards. So let's make those as well. The steel chest needs to be made below. Just needs steel, just needs 3 simple circuit boards. We can use 2 per second, so we can do this. And can you get salmonella from a car? No. What did you lick again, Crisco? And then here we have a chest where we put the chests in. So meta. And then the circuit boards, or even grab them from here. We can. So we have the circuit boards here. To reduce waste, we're gonna make the steel go this way. And here we have where we're gonna get the steel from. And then next up, we're gonna make belts, like transport belts out of the rubber belts. Because we are still missing this. And I'm out of splitters. Actually, we're going to do this. We want to go here. But we want to insert into the right side. So we do this. All right. That's been bugging out for you? I mean, Beats stream was bugging out for me a bit ago, but otherwise it was fine. I don't know if that is what you mean. And we get some coke here. To feed our machines. Long-handed inserters. A grand 2. Yeah, then I don't know. I do not knof. I mean, you're better off here anyway, so I don't know what you want to do on Twitch, so... Alright, it's gonna get put on one side anyway. So, as soon as the steel arrives, which I don't know why it's not here yet, because yet again, I forgot this side of the equation. Let's remove this tree. And I can't make them by hand because I have no steel left. Yeah, we have no steel left. I crafted a few release plantations already, 6 of them. We should make it work with these first before we go any further. And stole a bit of steel as well. And they're complaining that they have no chests to put them in, which is correct. So let me give them some chests. We need to craft one more of these. Or a few more of these. so we're not here the whole day. And there we go. We got 3 of them already. So we're gonna put them right next to his this tower. Storage chest, but it says no out of logistics network. So these Pi construction zone extenders don't really work without a roboport. Interesting. Okay, well, that's good to know. So we don't really have to put them down, and these spots are just for our personal roboport, really. Fine, so be it. Come down here, robots. And then we're gonna remove the other tower as well, and you guys need to leave. Hey, Blue Cat. Yeah, they will. The problem is I need a roboport to even get them started, but roboports only unlock in logistics network, so I think the only thing I can do right now is personal roboport. Which we have set up, but we have no power for them. Oh, we dropped off the power completely. Alright. So let's go back and pick up our first or the second time power for the suit, and then we have a personal roboport. Which, how many can we support in theory? We can in theory support 20 of them, but as soon as we have like proper robot networks, yeah, like they work overtime to fill out this belt mess. For sure. Now let's grab the fuel. It's a little annoying that they don't automatically grab the fuel from the inventory and spit it back out, but that's okay. So we take these, we can take all of them really, and then insert them here. There you go, so many right clicks. All right, we now should have personal robots. So can we have a button to turn them off? Wasn't there a button to turn off roboport? Toggle X personal roboport. Here it is. Now it's on, now it's off. Perfect. All right, Crisco, have a good lurk. Thanks for coming over here. All right, we also are short on basic substrate, which is short on incubated petri dishes, so we could scale that at some point if we want. There's just no space back over there, which is the only downside. But we do have the personal roboport now, so let's make some belts. And the factory gets longer and longer. See, it's kind of annoying that this doesn't work, but oh well. So let's make belts. We're gonna feed it through here. Make this long, and if you turn on the roboport, okay, they all go up here and do the wrong thing. The range is too far. Oh well. So you're exiting this, and then we want to make transport belts with the belts, not the small parts. Right, 15 transport belt out of 5 belt, 3 small parts, and iron plate. Mostly because it has more throughput, I think. That's the reason to mostly do it. So we have small parts, iron plate. We should put that onto one belt, and then belt on the other belt. Don't confuse the belts. And let's do, well, this here first. We need small parts and iron. which should be pretty far down here. Here's iron and here's small parts. Why are you not cutting down all these trees? No, that's not. Are they set to not work within Roboport distance? Let's see. Mod settings. Nanobots. Nanobots allowed in networks. True. We selected true. Cancel. Oops. Why are you not destroying all these trees then? Or working at all for that matter? Yeah, they're not working at all anymore. And can we have personal batteries already? Not really. This is the only thing we can have. Alright, cool. Now neither of them work. And I don't want to turn on the roboports here because they're gonna fill up everything with belts, which is completely not what I care about. So that's gonna be double annoying. So I have to now cut them down manually. The worst of both worlds. And you know, we have bots that are specifically there to cut down trees, but they don't work now that we have robots, which is kind of annoying. So actually this is solder, and here we have iron. And we have simple circuit parts here. Let's bring them in and figure out how we're gonna do this together. These are gone, these are gone. So we need these. And these, and we just do it this, oh actually, and these. We don't need an underground for this. We need an underground for this. Then we can do this. Yeah, we're just off by one, which is annoying. There we go. Much better. Right, and this goes... No, this goes here. This connects to here. Perfect. All right, these two are here. Now we need belts. Where were belts made? That's a good question. Here. And belts are all the way on the top. So for the next one, we need to go over quite a bit, like to here. Bring the belt in there. Actually can remove these two. Actually turns it around, which I hate. You go too far and go on the one that already exists. One higher. It's kind of good to know that it snaps into place when you're at the right one. And then here is an even bigger mess. Yeah, sad that the nanobots don't work anymore, because I set it to be enabled in the robot network, but they don't seem to want to work anymore. So manual chopping it is, as sad as that is. There we go. Good. So you need to get out of the way, you need to get out of the way. And then we should have belts. And there we go. So that should give us transport belts at an accelerated rate. And most importantly, there's some down here, so I don't have to run back to the end of the base every time to get some more transport belts. Otherwise, we have everything here. Where do we put them? Are transport belts used for something? Crystal mines, we don't care. Red belts, they are science 2, so nope, not interested. Underground's nothing changed. I mean, I could make underground belts here, to be honest. What do they need? They need iron plate and belts. Oh, I don't have any of these. So you can just say one here, maybe a fast one here, into a chest, and yeah, fill it up as you please. Once the rubber arrives, you can also feed the same way as the one above does. And you put it in a chest as well, just put it down here. And we should be happy. Let's see how fast it works, if we need fast inserters. Yeah, we definitely need faster inserters. Let's upgrade this. Yeah, we can't really keep up with the iron plate and the small parts either. But we're getting there, and then getting them out is also a problem. So we're gonna do this. Yeah, it's crafting faster than we can get them out. More boxes is the solution here. And we're producing them pretty fast. That's nice. The only thing is we're going to run out of rubber pretty soon. So belts are completed. We want to scale duralumin and then check carbon black production. So duralumin is... And also we can scale... how they called? Incubated Petri dishes. We'll probably do Religio first, because science-wise we're on a good pace. We don't need to necessarily speed up that much. But we are short on basic substrate. Let's look at duralumin and how we can scale that, if there's any space whatsoever for this. Because, yeah, it's... there's no space here anymore, so we have to kind of go like to the other side up here, which I don't like to do. Do we have any way to squeeze these two belts through here somehow? Not really. There's not necessarily any space here, and we could fit some in here, but it would be extremely tight. I think we can fit them here. So we would have to go all the way down here. Or yeah, all the way down here to extend it. So I guess that's what we have to do. We can come through here. And then come back here as well. So where is... it's a pretty bad spot to try to get anything out of here. Let's see if we can't redirect this anyway. There's really no way through here. And you're not working because you don't have ash, which is good. And you're working because... Yeah, you're taking care of all the ash. And this is a full belt. Yeah, full 15 a second. Yeah, the duralumin is kind of precarious situation. I think we move further forward to, like, maybe here. And find some space down here, potentially. Reroute, or maybe just do it here. And we still can't use this. And even if I turn on personal roboport, it doesn't do anything. That is annoying. That's really annoying. Do I really have to turn off? Do I really have to turn these off for the nanobots to work again? No, they're just permanently dead. Okay. Wow, I can't have robots on me or the nanobots don't work. That is, that sucks. Oh well. Let's cut all of this down. Yeah, that is really unfortunate that that works that way. And I consider this as a bug, but who knows? The setting is like enabled within a Roboport network. So it should work. I don't know why it doesn't work. But so be it. And we put the robots back and then turn it on. And then they can clean this up. And they're very slow compared to nanobots. But, you know, those are the intended, so to say, way. And oh my god, I can't wait for them to pick all of this up. They're so slow. It's almost faster just to do it myself. That's why I brought nanobots, but it sucks that they don't work anymore when you have robots on you. So I have to pretty much throw them away, enable them again, and then let's see. Yeah, now it works. That's weird. Let's clean up this area here. Get rid of all these trees here. No need for them. And we want the space for more duralumin. We just have our secondary smelter down here. So we can produce more duralumin, because we should have the copper and the aluminium to produce more. So let's get to that as well. And I think we go through here where the nickel is. For both of these. So here's input. And do we have a smelter? No. Can we make a smelter? No, we cannot, because we need titanium. Okay, we can just put one down here. Yeah, let's move this over. And then put a smelter down, and we're gonna have, let's say, 3. They're gonna be expensive to run, but the idea is that we can support them to get more duralumin out of here. All right, and then output is duralumin. Oh, I did have a smelter. Who put that down? I'm so confused. Oh, did I put that down first? I didn't realize it. Okay, you, whoops, go on this side. You also go on this side. Now we bring that back. Almost. And we merge that into the duralumin belt here. There we go. Now we just need to get more titanium for 2 more smelters. Shouldn't be too far away. Our chest where we keep our titanium stockpiled. Like right up here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. And we can make 2 more smelters. And the next step is to get the actual aluminium and copper again to this belt, which is this one. Oh my god. Stop moving. So we have copper here. Oh, we're out of splitters. Okay. I always forget the opening one, the one down here. And then you also make a little hub till we get to, that should be aluminium, right? Yeah. So we go to here. And we also just grab half a belt, and that goes down there, and that should be being smolten into duralumin. Oh, we still need to connect the source of fuel. This was off by one. Off by one, yeah. All right, we have the smelters. Don't really have a pipeline up here. We need to go up here. Oh, they're not passed through. Okay, never mind. So we connect that over here then. Almost. I mean, we could... Now we're full on gasoline. How? But we still have nothing in here, so yeah, let's not use gasoline for anything. We have better gases or liquids that we can use to fire, to fuel this. Better as in they're more abundant and we can actually make use of them when we need them. No, don't do that. Bad one. Yeah, about that. Do you use acetylene or syngas? I think we still use syngas. And there we go. We should be making more duralumin now. Scale that a little bit further out of place where we started. But we should be, you know, quadrupling our duralumin output now if they work. Need to set the recipe to the proper one. And let's wait if the inserters are enough. I think so. Yep, there we go. Perfect. 4 times as much duralumin as long as we don't run out of syngas. So duralumin scaled. So what's up with carbon black production? I know we have that somewhere here as a single thing. Carbon black is full. What happens to it? That happens to it. Okay. That would explain why nothing is working. And where did it stop? Oh, it's all the way in the back here. Okay. It broke a far while back there. So we would have the resources. We just messed up, or I just messed up the belting it there. Then we should have a ton more rubber as well, which is good. What's not good is that we wasted a lot of time building up carbon black. There we go. Starch is almost done. What does starch need? I think Relesia seeds. Yeah, powdered Relesia seeds. So Relesia is next. And we also still need to make Relesia. How do we make the first Relesia? We have Relesia Codex. The first Relesia is made in Botanical Nursery. Okay. 3DNA, plant the box biosample, flower DNA samples, Relesia Codex, and flower DNA sample needs 100 automation science pack. Okay. Well, we can collect. We probably need like at least 2 of them, so we can. Wow, we don't even have 3 cDNA. Plasmids. Plasmids are out because still no route cocoons. I need to steal some route cocoons so we make some plasmids, so we make some cDNA. I'm surprised this still didn't overflow, but so be it. You make Relesia. Take all that automation science and turn it around again so you fill up. And what's up with the route cocoons? They're pretty much full. Yeah, they can't add more because they're full, but that also means that nothing will be more than a belt, so that doesn't work. So how do you do this? I'm gonna do it the old way and just have one moved out of here every so often. It still will remove a lot of them. I think more than we produce, but oh well. Over time it's going to fill up, and hopefully our rocks don't die out in the meantime. And you should be always able to restart it, but okay, here. Have your 100 route cocoons, and I've got 53 more for you. Let's put a box here to insert that. We're also out of lab instruments, and we're out of lab instruments because we're out of rubber, because we have no carbon black, which I cut off by accident. So that should alleviate itself. Now we can look at Relesias. Let's look at YAFC and plan out a bit of Relesia. Relesias. Actually, we don't want the Relesias, we want the Relesia seeds. Because these are the one that I use the most. And let's do 1 per second. So we can do Relesias, water, hydrogen, and soil. Okay, we can only do this one. We add Relesias. That's already 16 for 1 Relesia seed per second. And are these used for anything else? Used for aug food. We need Relesias for a Relesia plantation? Oh, as modules probably. Void them, compost them, Ulrich food. So we don't need the Relesias themselves, we just need the Relesia seeds. For basic cotton gut food, powdered Relesia seeds, and a biological sample, which is Relesia seeds, bone meal, incubated petri dish, native flora, and urea. We need to scale incubated petri dishes too. We need to squeeze that in somewhere where we just squeezed in the duralumin as well. So let's go for 1 botanical nursery, so 0.6-ish, 0.7, 7.2, wow, 7.25, there you go. For 1 botanical nursery, we need 12 Relesia plantations. The hydrogen, we need only 1 electrolyzer, and for the soil, we also only need 1 soil extractor. Okay, let's plan that setup. Let's delete all of this. Then we have 1 botanical nursery that deals with the Relesias into Relesia seeds. So make Relesia seeds. And then release a plantation. It's down here and needs a electrolyzer. You make releases. Oh, it's kind of perfect that it needs water too. So you make hydrogen and oxygen. We can connect you here. And we void everything here. Good. And then water comes in here. And then you need soil and release seeds on this side. So we just provide that on 2 different belts. And we can rotate the seeds again, but I don't think we don't need to. Over time, over time they're going to fill up, but it's still probably better to make them go around so everything has access to them faster. And then we need a soil extractor. There we go. And how much does that one produce? 2 per second, yeah. Now power, we can run down the middle here. We'll just continue that once we actually have everything set up. So we don't copy the power around. And then the output will be releases here. And input here. How many can you do? 0.9, so 2 inserters are fine. And the output 1.45, so let's do 3 inserters. There we go. Those are release seeds, and eventually they're going to come back up. And we do this. So we need 16 of those, if I remember. No, 12. So 12 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Something like that. 11, one more. 12. Connect all of these together. Almost. Did not put inserters there? My bad. I was like, we don't need them that far, but I only put inserters on this side. But not on this side. So we're gonna do inserter here, that's long-handed. And we copy that over to everything here. And then releases, we need to fill it. We need 1 release here. And we need, so we in total need to make 6 releases to make this work out. Where are releases? So let's let it run, right? We want to run power down here later. So everything should be powered now. Everything should have water. Does not. Water needs to be all the way at the bottom. And then we should get hydrogen as well from this. Oh, you need water too. Perfect. Is the mod hard, Rainy? And I'd say the mod is difficult because you need to deal with a lot of different like inputs, outputs, and long chains. And with modules like that, it's complex. I wouldn't say it's more difficult. It's more complex for sure. I mean, we are right now not even at logistics science, and this is how our base looks. So we're 75 hours in. We just got construction robots, but no logistics robots. We have no logistics science, and you have to do a lot of chains and products and stuff like that. I mean, this is our bus, which is currently... $59 wide, plus there's liquids in between. So you could say we're probably dealing with like 70 items right now on that bus. So hard, I wouldn't say it's hard, it's still just Factorio. You need to understand the mechanics with the modules, the animals as modules a bit. But it's not harder than like Space Age, but it is much, much more involved. Like when you need to debug something, that chain can go down like 5 different buildings. When you need to scale something, you know, you need to scale a lot of different things. You see, I squeezed the moss in here because it wasn't enough when I extended it here. You know, I squeezed some more seaweeds in here when they weren't enough. You just scale, you just start small, and then you have to expand based on your needs. And it's a pretty involved mod. So yeah, I would say it's very involved. It's not necessarily difficult or hard. It's just a lot. But the complexity is kind of similar to Space Age, I would say. Well, the complexity is higher, the difficulty is compared to Space Age. All right, let's put this down here somewhere. And Relesia is pretty much completely self-contained. Let's put it down like this. And I have some plantations. Those are the really expensive part in Relesia's right now, the plantations. And can I make... No, I need planter boxes, I need ash. Of all things, I need ash. The byproduct we never want to talk about, but now we need it. Let's find some ash real quick. We only need to make 1, and we're literally just missing ash. We don't have any in our throwaway inventory as well. In our, how I get trash slots. First Relesia at 75.29. We already have a Relesia? Did I put a Relesia codex in there? Where did we make a Relesia? Here. How did we make a Relesia? Oh, is that from here? That must be from here. Yeah. We can delete this. Yeah, it must be from the sandbox. Okay, oh well. A real timing is off, but only by a bit. Where's ash processing? I just walked past. Here it is. $30 ash, we can make 1, and then the remaining ash we give back to separation gladly. We don't want it, we don't need it anymore, that is. Our science is still struggling with basic substrate shortage, which is short because of incubated petri dish. Carbon black production is fixed. Relesia is next. Actually, let's... Where is our cDNA? Because we know we need to make 6 Relesias, and we're out of lab instruments, which is out of optical sets now, because you're out of boron trioxide. Why are we out of boron trioxide? Diborane. We're out of hydrogen because oxygen is full. I never I never added a vent there. Okay, let's go on a journey through our entire base. Everybody who's new, here's a look at everything we built in the last 75 hours. And the spaghetti down here and the main bus up here. Here it's so spread out because in the beginning we didn't have splitters for the first, 10, 15 hours. So we had to use inserters to get everything off of the main bus. And back we walk. To get that one exhaust pipe installed so we can get Diabo Rain again. We could have been creating that the entire game, but alas. Alas, we weren't. I even saw it being red and I didn't pay much attention to it. Are we out of power? We're out of power. That is crazy. I didn't expect that to happen anytime soon. That is crazy. What is using so much? All the electrolyzers from the iron? What are we short on here? Borax. There we go, okay. Thank God I could fix that remotely. So borax should go to both sides again, but yeah, all these electrolyzers, they need 10 megawatts each. That's 20, that's 120. And yeah, we're at like 500 megawatts, so it's time to set up another geothermal power plant, I feel. Okay, well, that was unexpected. Let's look at the geothermal power plant. We have one up here that we can access. We have to bring like a lot of power poles up here, but it's shorter than... And there's another one up here, all the way up here. So it's shorter than this, I think, so we just go for this one. That's another 120 megawatts. About. And what do we need for this? We need one geothermal power plant, one regenerative heat exchanger, and 17 steam engines. Can we make these? We can make 13, then we need iron. Regenerative heat exchanger, we need iron as well. Well, at least the boron trioxide is fixed. Now we need power. Which is doable, it just takes time. And I should take asphalt and put some down here as well. So whenever I walk down here, it's not that slow. There we go. Right, iron. And this wasn't even all the electrolyzers working. Yeah, it's even worse now. Wow, it's crazy. You see the spike here when I turned on the second column for iron? That's pretty bad. Okay, we have too much stone that we don't care about. But we, I think, built 13. We need 4 more. And we need a regenerative heat exchanger, and then we need a geothermal power plant, which needs copper and tons of iron. Probably also needs small parts. Yeah, now we can make it, because we have the small parts for it. Geothermal power plant, we could make a ton of these now out of the logs and a bunch of the copper. Let's make the remaining 59. We use the cheap ones instead of the expensive ones. And let our journey begin then. I hope there's not too much forest in the way. That would be annoying. And I hope I have everything I need. Here we have our second power plant that's probably now running at full tilt. I hope it's running. It should be running. You are stopped. How did that happen? I mean, you deadlocked again. I got it. But how did you not burn the coal gas? The coal dust? All of them have the same problem. They didn't burn the coal dust. How? Like, I don't understand. There's way less coal dust. Do we really need to split it into inside and outside? Because you can't decide which side you want to pick up from. This one isn't working at all. Oh, because your ash is also full. Why are you not working? Well, you're also short on energy. Obviously, if all of my power plants up here are not working. Don't need the coal. So we throw the coal in here as well as trash. So much garbage. Goodbye, never need you. Can use these for more leisure plantations. 7 cDNA, very precious. So look at that, like this should easily outpace the production here, the how much is consumed. And we're making like, how much stable? 366 stable. Now we make 428-ish stable. These inserts on both sides. And this one's fine. This one's fine now as well. This one's running. I mean, these only add so much. These add... how much is that? 7 megabots. So these add... What is that? 6 of them? These only add like 40 megawatts a piece. And yeah, we need more, much more. So if we go straight up here, a straight line, do we hit the geothermal? Yeah, pretty close. So let's do that. Hop in the car. And drive straight up. And hopefully we don't run into any rocks, because can't just drive through them, but trees are fine because we're in an armored car and yeah, we run into rocks. Of course we do. See how far we get this time? Not far. These rocks, bane of my existence. And there's so many of them with alien biomes. Yeah, we have to go past this coal, the concentrated coal thing, not the coal patch, but the advanced coal mining thing then. The black dot right next to us. how's it called? A co-reserve, yeah. That didn't work because we went over water and I'm running over my own power poles. Also not advised. And that should be fine. We already see the red dot to our left. That's where we have to go. It's a titanium reserve. Now let's go over here. And there's our geothermal resource. I'm gonna put this here. We copy from this one. And we use our good old nanobots to build this. I need one of these, which I hopefully can build. I can. A pressure pump. Do I have any straight pipes? Absolutely not. As usual. They all get consumed when we're making the steam engines. We're short a steam engine, really? No. Oh, because it's marsh, yeah. There you go. We just use this to jumpstart it. Ideally, we can make a radar here. So we actually can see what's going on up here. More marsh under us. There we go. Radar is built. And now we actually don't want to connect it down here because we want that part to be independent. We want to connect it to this. And we need enough steam to build up that this one can supply the energy by itself. There we go. This is working now. See, it's self-sustaining, and then we connect the rest, and now this should never fail based on energy being low. Now we're looking better. You know, that added quite a bit more. We're more stable now, but we probably still should look into, like, look how much it jumps. It's crazy. These aren't even the electrolyzers running on full tilt. They calmed down a bit again. So we should look into claiming that one up here as well. I'm not going to do that right now, but let's do next geothermal power plant. Good. Well, we bought ourselves a little bit of a buffer. But that went that escalated really fast, and thank God I had this setup that protects the infrastructure that's necessary to run the pumps for the geothermal power plant and the geothermal power plant itself. Otherwise, we probably would have had a full-on blackout, which is extremely annoying and hard to restart from. Oh, we're even just researching cotton guts, so we still have time to build everything up for the releases. And we're back home again, pretty much. It's still a long way just from the power plant back to our bus. Oh my god, don't do that. I'm gonna lose a bunch of nanobots, but that's okay. Put down some belt if you can't help yourself. So let's put down some of the Relesia plantation stuff. And get that started. So in order to get the Relesia started, where is our gene stuff? Gene stuff is back here. We need one of these. And what else are your requirements for making Relesias? How many do you make per? You make 2. So we need a bit of this. We have 7. We need planter boxes, biosamples, flower DNA and Relesia codexes, and water. Let's go back to where... And you still don't have boron trioxide. That still didn't arrive. That's crazy. Where are we making the other creatures? Here. Because we have biosamples here. They're being output only here. But let's just put it right, like straight in the middle here. Oh, it doesn't even fit. Fine, we manually bring the biosamples over. We make Relesias. This water. No steam. It's complicated to move this around till it fits. There we go. That should satisfy all of them. We need the steam for the agar, yes, and the unit power as well. That's another thing, like just getting these plants up and going takes a while and takes some significant effort. So we need flower DNA samples, Relesia codexes. How many do we need? We need 3. We can make 50 simple circuit boards. Yikes. That's not cheap. And then some biosamples. cDNA, we can make 2, we can make 4 by now. We need planter boxes, which we can potentially make. We need ash maybe. Where are planter boxes? Planter box needs ash. Oh, glad we have ash here. Let's collect some. And potentially soil too. Let's collect some soil as well, and there's plenty of ash here. We can make 30 planter boxes, make them, get rid of everything. And then we need the flower DNA samples, which we should have been making now, but we didn't create a single one because we need the Relesia codexes, which we need a ton of simple circuit boards for. So let's grab 200, which is what we store, which is 4 codexes, which isn't enough for everything we want to do. So we have to come back later. Okay, Relesia codex, how many do we need? So we need to make 3 times this. So we need 1 flower DNA sample and 1 Relesia codex. So that's 3 Relesia codexes, 1, 2, 3. And then 3 flower samples. And the flower sample needs 1. So we need 3 more Relesia codexes. We can make 1. Oh, we already had 1, so make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We only need to make 1 more. So we need 50 more simple circuit boards. Yeah, we just wait at the source. It's gonna take a bit. We have the planter boxes to grow them, We're 46, so we're only 4 away from another one, but then we're completely broke on simple circuit boards. Two more, one more. We're so close to the last Relesia Codex. And these are still the... Oh, sap is still limiting us. Interesting. Even though we added so many sap trees. That's fascinating, I guess. Alright, one more Relesia Codex. After the tint cable and all the dependencies are done. So in total we need to make 3 of these. So put 2 in here. Put that in the box here, and then you need also to have 3 codexes, which we're making right now. And the planter boxes, right? And we need a little bit more CDNA. We need... How much do you need? 3 per, so we need 2 more CDNA. Yeah, we need 2 more CDNA to get our first Relesias. So let's see what the holdup is. Oh, we do have some. We have 11, so that should suffice. And I dropped my phone. Shouldn't do that. What did I see? Say I need 3 more. Let's bring those over. Yeah, we needed 9, so I needed 2 more. So now we're just waiting for the flower DNA samples, which take a while to craft, but they have all the ingredients they need, and we have more science. So I'm just going to come back when these are done, and we start building the Relesia compound, so to say, where we're actually going to grow them. We should have 6 Relesia plantations out of the 12. I'm not going to build more because they're extremely expensive. So these 6 should be fine for now. And then we're also going to remove all the trees around here that aren't marked for deconstruction already, because get out of here. We have our own little plants that we like, and we don't like you trees. So let's deforest a bit, so I can see where I'm building. All right, and then here we just start building up. Yes, Nanobots, you can't insert things. You have to keep complaining now. I can't help you. I guess I can remove all of these. From the first 6 that we put down. What a pain. Are those 6? 1, 2, 3, 4. Thought I had 6. Oh, there we go. There we go. You should be happy, and you should be able to put everything down now. Oh, we're out of belt. Cool. Well, isn't it good that we built a new belt factory right here that can supply us with new belts? What an amazing idea. Not many, but, you know, it did build some. before it stopped and we're out of belt now. Come on, cut down the tree. And I already see an issue. Gotta remove these, or nothing's gonna work. And what do we do when we don't have enough electricity? Right, we add another electrolyzer. There we go. Speaking of, let's build an electrolyzer. Skidding, we need simple circuit boards. And we can build a soil no, we already have a soil extractor, so we don't need that one. So we need one electrolyzer and then the Relegias themselves. So let's get some simple circuit boards. How are we looking here? We have 1, perfect. Let's go over and put you in here and get started with the first 2 Relegias. We need 6. And once this is done, we can get started with Relegias and automate them, which I'm very excited about. How many simple circuit boards do we have? 50, exactly 50, very nice. Let's build an electrolyzer. So we have everything for the Relegias. Why are you not working? You're out of rubber stops because you're out of latex. Really? You're out of sodium alginate. Why? You're out of limestone? Oh, we still have power issues? No. I mean, in the last 10 minutes, we didn't have super high spikes, right? It's still going up and holding steady. Yeah, 1 is too few by quite a bit. Let's fix this, I guess. More of these. Okay, because don't have any. That would make sense. It's just the blue printed one. Alright, this should be fixed now. Hopefully. Let's check. Never mind, we were missing something crucial. It's called... No, you should have water. Fine. This still had 1,000 water in it, that's why it was working. Let's see if these 2 inserters are enough. Let's wait till they both output, and then it stacks up, and then we see if it can keep up. Should be, because it wasn't like just working half the time, it was just running out for a bit. At least I hope that's enough. I mean, we should have almost doubled that output, and we're almost there. Nope, we're actually there. It's always fully running. And actually these now need to be sped up to be able to catch up. There we go, 100% utilization. Good. What was I doing before I was looking at that? Good question. I have no idea what I was doing. I think we're building electrolyzer. We were missing... No, we have an electrolyzer, but we're missing iron, so let's grab some iron. Let's grab some simple circuit boards. We have 77 now. That's a better number now. This still needs to be scaled for more science. We kind of caught up with science, which is impressive. Usually I'm like way behind science in terms of actually building all of this. We're good here. We take these inserters. Take these. Yeah, we just put this back. Take 300 of you. Underground. We top up at least. Yeah, these three are useless, sadly. Our box of trash, throw all of this away. The soil could be used for untreated wood if we want to build more. Moss gene samples, throw it out. Relesia codex, absolutely do not throw out. They're expensive. Why do I have one on me? I guess I'm still missing one for the botanical nursery. And then iron. Let's get some iron. And then all the way back we go. Hopefully with 2 Relesia flower DNAs or flower DNA things done. So we can start making the second and third batch of Relesias. So we get 6 in total. One is done, the other one is still in progress. And do we have our first Relesias? We do. 2. Yeah, these processes are really slow. Yeah, you don't need the other codex, but you need the other codex, yeah. While we're waiting for these, is the Relesia compound now completed? I still need an exit for the seeds. We have the same problem in the circular one. If we let it go around, it never fills up. So let's actually cancel that idea and let it fill up from the bottom. Should have probably placed all the bottom ones first, but we have one at the bottom, or 2 even, 3. So it's not too bad. Still need to build this one as well to give it water. And we miss stone, of course we do. And in this case we stop here. Wait for the deep water well to finish. Now you have water, hydrogen. Should be provided any second now. There we go. We need another exhaust pipe. Let's not forget that. Or nothing is working after a few seconds. You are missing water. Why? Yeah, none of this water is hooked up. Why? Where am I missing one? Here. Now we should have water. Yep, now it's working. The botanical nursery, we take the one that we took from... Sorry, output priority left, and when we have enough, we actually export them. And there we go. Good. Relesia seeds, in theory, done. We just need to get our first Relesias and hope it doesn't die. Yeah, speaking of, even though we have a bunch of plantations, we're going to stop the Relesia seeds right now, right here, till they're... yeah, till they're backing up, and the flowers should also start backing up because we need them as modules. So the first one is the one that's doing all the work in the beginning. And I'm also going to cut it off here, so we don't actually export anything for now. So, enable Relesia seed export. Next geothermal, actually no, the next geothermal power plant, we still want to make one. Additional one just to have some buffer, because that was getting close when everything in the iron department over there was firing up. And do we have the flower, the last flower DNA sample? Boom, it has started. We have 4 Relesias. The last sample is in progress. And science will be finished in 25 or 20 minutes. So what else can we do that we have researched recently? We can work on fiber boards, which needs Relesia seeds. Treated wood, raw fiber, sodium hydroxide, and steam into fiberboard. And then we can make melamine resin. And then more aromatics out of this, which gives us more carb. Actually, I don't know what aromatics is transferred into right now. We can work on fiberboards next. Fertilizer doesn't do anything at this stage as far as I understand. Well, we have another recipe to make more if we use this battery. Let's compare those two. Do we just get more by using this battery? Simple circuit boards. So we get 3 with this battery and 5 with this battery. So it would be worth for us to shimmy that battery over there somehow and include it in our simple circuit board recipe, because we get more circuit boards for the same other ingredients. Like nothing changes except we use the better battery and we get more simple circuit boards. The question is, how many new batteries are we making, and is it worth changing that? Because everything is fine except the boards, I think. Let's check if we're actually making batteries that reliably. Because we're not confident we do, and let's see how these look. Very full. So soon we're going to have a problem with, well, not super soon, but, you know, in the near future we're going to have a problem with some of these. But we're going to use the bones and stuff like that anyway, and batteries. We are producing them pretty regularly, I gotta say. Probably not at the speed that we need for the simple circuit board. So we're not going to replace the simple circuit board stuff just yet. That's for train build. And Relesia just to back up, and then so we said fiberboard. This is first down, scale incubated petri dishes, and then the fixed fishes, that moves all the way down, because I don't think we're going to scale fishes right now. We could scale fishes because we want the bones, but then we still have and the augs, but we still have a lot of the other byproducts like guts and stuff like that that we could compost. That is one thing I think we can do with these, compost them and put them in the biomass power plant, which could be the next thing that we look at actually. Biomass power plant, we can make 100 simple circuit boards. Is expensive, but you know, we can make it. We have mechanical parts now. And it can burn biomass, wood itself, and biomass we can make guts into biomass, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, these guts can be used in we cannot make biomass from guts. No, we can. Compost. So 1 guts is 3 biomass. We can throw all these things into the biomass one and supplement it with wood, which we can scale separately for our power needs. So we can build it, which is good. It's probably on something we should look into, that biomass power plant question mark. Plus void guts, etc. Compost. God, it's so hard with writing with the keyboard offset to one side. And we should have releases now. Where is the creature chamber? To the right. I hope we have 6 releases now waiting for us. It is not working, so I hope we have 6 releases. We do, perfect. Now it's time to kickstart the release process. We have more cDNA that we're going to put back into where it belongs. And I'm glad we automated this. That would have been a pain to figure out again from scratch with the cDNA and everything. All right, kickstarting releases. I need 1 as a module and the rest as seeds, if I remember correctly. 1 as a module, 5 in here, and they're all gone. Boom. I hope we didn't mess up. We get the seeds. We have soil, we have water, we have hydrogen. How many seeds do you need? You need 8 seeds. How many seeds do we make? Let me guess, 7. No, we made 8. That would have been so rude if this would have just made 7 seeds and we needed to get another 5 releases, but thank God. This will make 10 releases, so that should go fast to get the modules in. Well, it needs 5 releases to start, but yeah, we let that run for a bit. And let's clear all the trees that we can here. All of you out of here, yep. So many trees. You all need to go. And of course the rocks are here as well. What's new? Let's get rid of this forest as well. Oh, we're pretty much out of our beloved green nanobots. We can make more, but not too many. Right, let's see how long it takes. It doesn't take that long for these to finish, but still significant amount of time. But I think I'll make this a shorter stream today. It's really hot in this room. And it's 10 p.m. here already. I started a bit late. I put in a nap. I think it's a good point to stop when we have the releases completed. Tomorrow we're going to do some maintenance stuff. Scale incubated petri dishes. Set up another geothermal power plant. Check out biomass power plants. and how viable that is, and maybe fix the fish design so we can get rid of that. All right, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks, Cam. You have a good night as well, and hope you're busy in your own factory as well. And I'll talk to you all tomorrow, I hope. Bye-bye.